Alright, welcome back to another video. It is November 15th and Season 2 is upon us. So we'll just be going over some of the patch notes, seeing what's changed, what's new, nerfs, buffs, the usual. Alright, without any further ado, let's get started. So here we see, obviously, there's a new battle pass that's coming out. No real surprises there. They have made a change to badges, so you can now equip up to 3 badges and show them off to Multiverse. People do really actually seem to like the badge mechanic in this game, so it is probably a welcome change anyways. They finally put the in-game store in. This has been something they've been talking about since the beta, so, well, since the pre-release beta, I guess. So that's a very good change. Let's see, multipath traffic acceleration. So we put in place some network traffic optimizations and multipath traffic acceleration. This is just the beginning, and we're seeing promising results. But we will continue to improve our online experience for everyone. So I'm assuming that means the connection should be better for the average player. Maps, Scooby-Doo's Mansion, No Roof. They've increased the blast box size by 10%. So I would just mean, yeah, that would just mean that you're going to get rung out a little bit later, probably by about 10% if it's increased by about 10%, but we'll see. Space Jam map updates. I don't think this is really a legal competitive stage anyways, but that information's there if that interests you. They've added some tutorial information. Silly Q. I think this is really just for super casual people. And again, nothing wrong with that, but not really what I'm focused on so much. They added new items to the game. Bounce pad, place a spring pad that will launch anyone that steps on it upward. The only reason I'm going over these is because I don't know if they're actually going to come up in competitive play. Like if, for example, if Bugs Bunny will be able to spawn them with his down tilt or anything like that. So cosmetics, we do have a new Morty skin. Looks pretty cool. I do like that. Evil Morty. We have Samurai Batman, also really cool. Rest in peace, Kevin Conroy. We have Fern. We still have Uncle Shagworthy. I don't really know why that's there so much. We have Baker Street Tom and Jerry. Astronaut Velma. That looks pretty cool. That's a good skin. And we have yet another Rain Dog skin. Tea Time Rain Dog. That's probably a play on the Mad Hatter, I believe. Don't quote me on that. And then we have Maestro Bugs Bunny. So now here's some general changes. Or actually, I guess this is the legend, basically saying what happens. So whenever this symbol's there, it means a bug was fixed. So they've made some changes to Ice to Beat You. Now it's only applied by heavy projectiles, so maybe things that you were spamming wouldn't necessarily apply ice. So that would ultimately reduce spamming in the game. And here we have the legend. So that means nerf, that means buff, that means change, and that was a bug. So her signature perk is nerfed. Weaken opponents influence the level of gameplay for Arya and their opponents too greatly at higher level gameplay. Okay, so I honestly never noticed that, but that's fine. It doesn't really seem like it'd change her viability too much. A lot of bugs fixed for Batman, so his Z-axis issue was making people miss Batman. Uh, for context, the Z-axis is basically like because these games are played in 2 dimensions, there's technically a third dimension, which is where they would occur in 3D space, so attacks would miss him if he was not technically in the 2D space, from what I understand. His grounded down attack, yeah, fixed that, fixed the aerial down special, so I guess it can't combo into itself. I guess that was almost an infinite. which again I did not know. They nerfed Bouncerang. Okay, so 3 weakened stacks instead of 5. I honestly, like I saw a lot of people complaining about that, but I never really thought it was game breaking for Batman, so whatever. His aerial side attack, he can cancel into wall slide 5 frames earlier. Again, that's not really going to change his level of viability one way or the other. So they fixed a bug with Black Adam, where the electric tether hitbox would linger after the visuals faded. So I believe that's speaking about his side special, where it would just kind of stay there, even technically it wasn't doing anything. It would just stay on the screen. They nerfed his grounded side attack. Um, they nerfed his grounded neutral attack. Okay, that's fine. They buffed his up special, which is just his fly, so he flies a little bit faster. I don't know if that would really increase his escape prospects, but it is what it is. We have grounded aerial side special, increase the acceleration and hit stun of the projectile slightly. So yeah, I mean that essentially makes up for their change where they made the smaller hitbox. Actually, no, never mind. Ignore that. No, that was side special. Yeah, okay, so that's just a better move now. Added armor on startup of grounded up attack. Okay, that's actually pretty good. Like I've walked into that too many times. So with Bugs Bunny, they changed that his aerial neutral attack, basically where he spins around in the circle, making the punches there, so he can jump out of it a little bit earlier. Finn, they nerfed Finn's weight by about, I guess that's technically about 10%. So he'll die about 10% earlier. His aerial neutral attack and the active hit frames start 2 frames later. Okay, that's another nerf. And then they fixed armored bun, so block buff is no longer consumed by light projectile attacks. I mean, that's almost a buff. I mean, I guess it's technically a change, but they should have really called it a buff. They fixed a Garnet bug where her arm hurt boxes were staying during attacks where they weren't intended to. Again, I'd never noticed that because I don't really play Garnet too much. Gizmo, they nerfed his grounded up attack, added ammo to popcorn, 3 ammo returns, 1 every 10 seconds. So basically, they did that because they wanted to prevent, I guess, camping or passive play in singles. They want to make the game a little bit faster paced, which is probably good for the entire atmosphere of the game. Arrow going through popcorn increased damage, so that's a buff. And then they fixed a bug where arrows would be destroyed when they shouldn't be. Okay, and they buffed Harley. They made her a little bit heavier, about just under 10% heavier, so she survives a little bit longer. They changed a lot. Um, the Bat Bomb hitbox now better accounts for Z-axis. I honestly didn't even realize they were having any issues with the Z-axis in this game. I mean, I should have probably assumed they were, but that might be the cause of a number of the issues that have occurred in this game, and I'll think about that going forward. Jump and dodge cancel window for jab 1 and jab 2 now comes a little bit later. Again, a change. They changed the grounded side attack knockback angle on jab 2, pushed up more to prevent a looping infinite combo. Yeah, so that was actually pretty annoying. I'm kind of surprised they didn't nerf that or nerf it earlier. I mean, it really is a nerf. It's not just a change, it's a nerf. Ground side attack can cancel to other attacks 1 frame earlier on hit. So yeah, ground side attack will chain into other moves better. You just won't be able to infinite with it as much. So that's technically a buff if you want to look at it that way. They changed neutral special, so the wall bounce angle has been adjusted to be higher when spitting opponents into vertical wall. So that's basically his bite where he'd spit them out. So okay, yeah, that's fine. Again, you kind of have to be a Jake main to really know how you'd benefit from that change or not benefit from it. But yeah, that really is just a change. LeBron, they fixed a bug, so no basketball down special. Defense now properly blocks and steals other LeBron basketball. So I guess that was kind of if you were playing a LeBron Ditto, you would have issues with that. So that's been fixed. I try to avoid LeBron as much as possible. They have a typo here, but I'm assuming they mean grounded neutral attack. So grounded neutral attack. Jab 3 hitbox size reduced by 15% to better match and visually align with Hammer Morty's size. Okay, so that's just a change. They fixed some Rick bugs where portaling would kill Rick while in the Grace area. So that's the Grace area, I believe, is just where you're kind of right on the verge of dying. Like it would push you back and then you die automatically, maybe because your hitbox would expand or something. They fixed a bug where Rick can use down attack while on cooldown. Okay, so again, that's really a nerf. And they addressed inconsistencies in projectile priority for uncharged laser. So again, making the game more consistent, that's always a good thing. Shaggy aerial side attack, allowing ground momentum even when charging the knee. This should allow momentum to carry and not get halted for better feel. So basically that increased his mobility overall, which is nice. Steven Universe, they fixed two things for him. Or, yeah, two bugs. They fixed an issue where Steven or his allies would be hit twice while under the effect of Steven's neutral dodge shield. And then Watermelon Seed, Hurt Box, shrunk to better match visuals. And I mean, if they make a hurt box smaller, that's always a buff. It's not really a bug fix, but again, I mean, it's their game. They nerfed Stripe, so he is about 15% lighter, 10 to 15% lighter now. So he'll die earlier. I know a lot of people are complaining about his brain dead gameplay, or so they kind of need to balance that out. And now they fixed teleporting with chainsaw. I think I had that happen to me maybe once. I've played a few hours with Stripe overall. Okay, now we have Aerial Up Special with Tom and Jerry. That's a fix. So they kicked Rocket Explosion, Hitbox now better accounts for Z-axis. Again, another Z-axis issue. That's probably like people are probably dodging through it and it wouldn't hit them when it obviously should have. And Aerial Up Special, kicked Rocket with Jerry is now properly classified as a projectile. So I believe that would refer mostly to different perks you would have slotted. For example, Ice to Beat You might actually apply buffs on that because it's technically a projectile now, or debuffs rather. Velma had a bug fix. Several issues with Velma's speech bubbles would be destroyed where they shouldn't be, so that's kind of a buff. Megaphone is now classified as a projectile. Early hits are light projectile hits, and the final count hits as a normal projectile hit. So again, that will, yeah, Megaphone now applies projectile perks. Megaphone is more reliably blocked by other projectiles and projectile blocking effects, and Megaphone will ignore invulnerable fighters, including those with a projectile sidestep buff. Okay, I mean, that's actually really good, like that last one. So, yeah, that I feel like in the next patch, that'll actually probably get nerfed again because people are really going to take advantage of something that can affect invulnerable fighters. I don't know what just happened. Okay, let's go back. Just reset on me. Okay, aerial up attack has two less active frames at the start of the hit frame. So that's a nerf, yeah, for sure. It doesn't stay out as long. They also, not to be that guy, but they misspelled aerial. They had it spelled right up there. So I guess there actually is somebody just typing these in one at a time, which is kind of cool. And then they have grounded side special. Nerf on that. So that's the one where Velma runs to the side. They added 12 seconds of cooldown. Wow. Velmicide Special is commonly used as a quick pit stop tool that serves as a means to supply your allies with constant gray health and armor when engaging enemy teams. Providing Velmicide Special with cooldown allows us to provide a gate so that Velma players aren't able to consistently micro-armor their allies and themselves. This adjustment to Velmicide Special will ideally allow Velma players and their allies to more mindfully strategize around this move. Okay, so I haven't really seen that too much in competitive play anyways. A little bit, but it's not really game breaking, and I do believe that is it for these patch notes. Season 2 will be dropping pretty soon. I think the servers are just under maintenance right now. And that will conclude this video. If you have any thoughts about these buffs, nerfs, or what you're looking forward to or not looking forward to in Season 2, please let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me know what other type of videos you would like to see. Sorry I was on a little bit of a hiatus, had a lot of stuff going on. But I will be back with another video soon, and please do let me know what you want to see. I am here to try to create content, and I can only do that with people watching, and as such, I would like to make it for them. So yeah, anyways, I'll see you soon. Have a good one.